Hi guys, we are in the game Pathfinder Kingmaker, and today I will show you how to create your own custom portrait when you start in a new game. The custom portraits is only available when you start a new game, so once you create your custom character, you can use it. Um, so you'll probably start with new game and you got some option. It looks like the DLC coming out is called Varnhold's Lot. I don't own the scenario yet, so when that comes out, I may pick it up if I can finish the main story, which I have not because this game is very buggy. So go ahead and start your game, and you can tweak your difficulty ratings settings. I believe you can change this in the middle of the game. So if you're on like a really hard mode and you can't handle it, you can dial down the difficulty levels. Um, a couple of things is I like to remove the negative effects on my rests, and then I also I don't want to go to a temple to raise my dead companion, even though it changes the way the game is supposed to run. But I like to make it a little easy, a critical hit, and all that stuff. I just leave the rest as normal. So now we have a custom setting. So right here where you says create characters, you got some standard character pre-built characters already set, but you can always create one. And I'm gonna create a female ranger, and here's some pictures that you can pick for your female rangers. Nothing actually is very good. I don't like any of these pictures. And I wish I wish they include more portraits. It's very limited, I guess. So you see on the bottom here this little icon that's kind of almost hidden out of the way. It's to create your own custom portrait, and they basically tells you the pixel resolutions that you need in PIN file format, the ping format. And then they tell you just go ahead and set this portrait in here, and so you can click here to open up the folder. So we'll do that, and here is the folder. Now, in order for you to do this, if you're ever in a similar situation where you try to alt tab to Windows and it won't come up on top because the game is running on top, what you can do is go to Task Manager, and under options there's an always on top option. Click on that, and then now Windows should be focused on always on top. I have the portraits ready. I renamed it exactly how it's named here, and then I am gonna replace the images. So now you got your picture, and I cropped it to the full length, the medium, and small. Okay. Once you're done with that, you can go back to your game, and then click refresh portrait, and your image just shows up. So now I have my female ranger that I am gonna use, and then from there, change this dwarf. What is this, a body type? No, so actually, usually elf or human, it makes really good rangers. We'll do elves. It looks like an elf. And then this is her portrait. You can do left hand, right hand. Really, I honestly don't really care for the difference. I guess. Anyway, you got some traits for the ranger. Actually, it's just for her race traits. You can change the body type. I think the first one's fine. And then you can change her face. No, she looks too happy. This. Okay, first one's fine. Change your hairstyle. I try and match it with the portrait if you can. Wow, that bald look. All right, you're probably not gonna get a very good match. Your options is not there. Hair color, what is this, brownish? I think that's fine. Now, here's your character class. So normally I want to do ranger or archer. I don't think there's an archer character type. The closest thing that you're gonna get is either ranger or rogue, maybe, if you want to go in the that direction. The thing about the ranger is that they depending on what type of ranger. So you get bootloader, which is a honestly, I think this is a pirate ranger. Flame Warren is kind of like a mage slash ranger, which you can use fire spells with her. You can see the her spells here. So basically, kind of like a mage slash archer. Stormwatcher, same thing, but they dip in the divine and the kind of like I don't know, very similar to the thing. I just like regular ranger. That's fine. Now here's some traits that you get. So Hunter's Bond, which you can bond with a companion, and then you can get like a wolf with you, and that's starting at level 4. So once you reach level 4, you're granted an option to bond with an animal. At level 8, you can change your terrain. So let's say you're in a lot of mountainous area, you can get a bonus if you're in that mountain ranger. Actually, you start that with level 3, then you get an additional terrain, and so on. And then you start off with a just a fighting style. Probably choose an archery, and then yeah. So you're very invasive, but that doesn't really come on until level 9. Let's see, endurance, quarry, improve quarry. So yeah, these are your character sets. Favorite enemy. This is my favorite actually. So you can get a perk if you're fighting a lot of skeletons, for example. You can get a perk against them. You get it level 1, level 5, level 10, level 15, and level 20. So it looks like your character might max out at level 20 for this particular game, and that might all change with the DLC coming up, where they can add in more level. But to be honest, I can get only to level 15, and it's really hard to advance anymore, because basically I think by the time you reach level 18, you should have beaten the game basically. So but we'll see. So yeah, so that's my pick. And then normally you see these thumbs up is because you're a ranger and you're an elf, you get some bonus perks to dexterity. Already you can see they added 2 here and they added 2 here, and that's basically based on my class and my character. You get 25 points to add. What I like to do is get everything to 10, and then improve her dexterity. You do need a lot of it. I max that out, and then I think next it looks like intelligent or wisdom. You get a bonus where they recommend this ability for these skill points. Now, looks like you get a check on these certain ones. So I like perception a lot, because we want to. Looks like they only get you only get a +1 to each. Anyway, I like to spot traps, and then also spot the higher your perception is, you can disable like traps and stuff, and that's under the trickery thing, which if you want to unlock traps and stuff. Now, I'm probably not going to do that because there's a character that you get early in the game that her skill set is trickery. So if you keep her around, boosts up her trickery, so you don't have to actually spend your points in that aspect. And then these other option, I like persuasion a lot. You can, get people to work for you without doing combat. You can do a lot of avoidance of fighting that way. Athletic. Okay, so I get 2 more skill points to choose. Now, there's 2 knowledge and 2 lores. The knowledge is basically of the world is kind of nature stuff, and then the arcane is more of the mystical and magic side. I don't dip in that because that's more that would be if you have a mage, you probably boost a lot of points in that. But since I'm interested in the nature part, and also the same thing with the lore part, so you got religion and then nature, and I'll probably dip in those 2. And then I basically max out my points. Like I said, this trickery stuff, I would like to add more to it, but since I'm already getting the character that's going to disable traps and stuff, I put all my points in that character. So that's basically why I'm doing that. Otherwise, if you decide to have her as the rogue, for example, then you'll want to boost up that trickery part. All right, so looks like we still got 6 points here. I am gonna do strength in an archer is kind of useless unless you're interested in carrying more luggage around. How about, well, it looks like wisdom, and then so this is how fast you can level up, and then basically wisdom is okay. Let's do wisdom since they recommend that option, so we'll boost that up. So anyway, I am gonna boost up charisma as well. All right, this looks like a solid character build. All right, so now it's asking me how what to pick for your starting off, and they've already chosen since I'm an archer, they're blank shot, and then they're asking now for your second option, which is the favored enemy. Now you start off fighting a lot of little trolls and stuff, or maybe honestly I kind of forgot who you start off fighting a lot, but you guys hear some options. I'm gonna go animals just because I think we do run into a lot of animals. No, you know what? I'm gonna do humans if there is. We'll do humans, so I can get a I believe it's plus 2 bonus against humans, so that's pretty cool. All right, so now we got our 2. Oh my God, there's more. Oh my gosh.
I failed.
Oh, that's more like.
Let's move already. This will hurt.
Oh, well, let's do confidence. I always name my character Sleeper, and then I'm gonna put so you can in true D&D alignment you can do like neutral good, lawfully good, or lawfully neutral. I mean, I just do neutral. I mean, that way there's a little more freedom. If you're lawfully good, you lawfully can't do anything bad, and if you're lawfully bad, or you can't do anything good. So it's kind of like I like to be in the neutral. And then it's asking for birth dates, so we'll just randomly pick. Let's do December. Yeah. December 31st, the last day of the year. All right, and All right, looks like this is a portrait. I'm not gonna start the game, but you'll if you're interested in this game, it's a lot of. I have the funnest time just building characters, and you can build a few other characters to bring to your group at the I guess inn. You'd have to save up like $5,000, which is kind of expensive, so I don't recommend it. So what you can do is just pick up pre-built characters within the world and bring them along with your journey. And but yeah, so that's it. And then you can click when you click on complete, you'll start the game. And if you're interested in this game, uh, even though there was a lot of negativity when it was first came out, because when it first was released, there was a lot of bugs. But Owlcat Studios, they love the game, and they love. You can just tell they love just building games. So they did fix and improved a lot of problems with the game when it was initially launched. And I should know because I pre-ordered the game, and when it was launched, I was very very excited to play it. And then, I got in, and it was almost unplayable at the state when they released it. So I'm glad they fixed and balanced out all those issues that they had initially. So yeah, so I'm glad they did that. Now I'm kind of finally gonna play the game and hopefully finish it. And once I finish it, hopefully by that time, the DLC would drop, and I'll end up spending another $10 adding to it. But anyway, thanks for watching.